I was getting concerned I couldn't find them, but here they are, beach balls. This is the little household compressor that I use to inflate the beach balls. You do not want to sit and inflate all those beach balls just through lung power. So you can see in a matter of seconds, the beach ball is inflated. This is the waxed thread or waxed string that I bought. I took my beach balls. I want to get this really close in so you can see. And I just threaded, and the nice thing about this is it's very stiff, so it threads really easy. I threaded it through there, and then after I did that, I pushed that little plug down in. Now this will still slide, okay? So don't think that that's going to secure them on the thread, because it won't. They will still pop off. And then I would take another one, same thing, and feed it right through there and put them relatively close. Again, they will still slide and they will still pop off, and then pushed it right there. And then I could take my beach balls out and hang them on my PVC. Okay, so that's what I did, and I would do about 6 or 8, and then I would take them out and hang them up. Okay, so I am here at Home Depot, and I'm going to get some PVC, which comes in 10-foot lengths. I'm going to get 3 pieces of 1-inch diameter and 1 piece of 1 1/4 inch. Like I said, they're all going to be 10 feet long. Of course, they're way up high for me, who's short, but I can reach them. And this is what you're going to get, is you're going to get 2 of these, and I want the 1-inch because those are going to be to attach the piece that's going to go across the top of my door. And I am going to use this 50-pound bags of Saccrete for securing my PVC in the pots that I bought. You don't need more than 50 pounds of this. It comes, up to 80-pound bags. That can be done with a PVC cutter or with a hacksaw. So we're going to pour the Saccrete into the containers. We're using 1 50-pound bag for each of these containers. So we are using the tape and a board, because the piece of PVC didn't work so well, to keep that level. So here's pots by the front door with the pieces of PVC set in the concrete in them. You can see, there we go. And I don't want those pieces to sit up too much higher. I'm going to put an artificial boxwood ball above those, or right over top of those. And that little bit of PVC will hold those in when I'm not using them for seasonal or holiday decor. So I have put my 1-inch piece of PVC into the 1 1/4 inch piece of PVC all the way down in there. And then you're going to put that up there, and we measured, and that's why we cut it off. And then I put that elbow right on there. And when you get it up there, all you have to do is just slide this right inside like that. And then you're going to slide it right inside on the other end. And then you can see how it looks up there without anything on it, and then with it decorated. So here is the entire arch put together, and the elbows connected up over the piece across the top over the door. To get started, I have 14 beach balls on some waxed string here, and I've already learned, don't try and push them too closely together or they will pop off of where I have them strung. So I'm going to start with the top, and it makes sense. And the great thing about this wax string is I don't even really have to tie it. All I have to do is wrap it around itself. I am going to be drilling some holes in the PVC. So you can always just drill some holes in the PVC and feed your string or your wire right through the holes and secure it that way. And like I said, I don't want to pull this, you don't want to pull this too tight where they're gonna pop off. I would rather see you, what I'm gonna do is come back and add another string of these. I brought my first bunch of beach balls out to attach to the side. These don't stay around the pole. They all kind of bunch to one side. So that's where I'm saying I'm going to take a piece of this waxed string, and I'm just going to tie it right around here, and that will keep the back where I want. They won't blow in the wind. My beach ball doorway archway is finished. I think everybody will know where the party is, don't you? And I want to show you these cute little 5-inch beach balls I used to fill in some of the little spots. Aren't those just the cutest little things? So don't try and just wedge balls in between where you have openings, because if you do, you'll start popping them off. And that is no fun. But have some fun with this. There is plenty of summer left. And if you build this PVC archway, you will be able to use it for all kinds of holiday archways. I have plenty coming up the rest of the year, and I look forward to sharing those with you right here on Hometalk. Backyard. This is a great thing you might want to pick up. I got this on Amazon for just $65, and I'm going to show you how to decorate it to make it look spectacular. I picked up some inexpensive plastic green garlands, and that's what I'm going to start with on this. And all I'm going to do at the beginning is I'm going to just start and wrap this over and under the front edge, okay? This is pretty sturdy, but you do not want to put a lot of weight on it, okay? So don't think you're going to put like wet floral foam to put to support flowers. If you do want to put live flowers on it, you can do that, but I'm going to use artificial today. But you're going to want to put water tubes on your flowers, not wet floral foam that can get really heavy. And now I'm going to do the same thing this way. One of my favorite things to use when I want things hanging down is artificial wisteria. So I'm going to take my wisteria and I'm going to lay it here the way I want, and then I'm just going to take zip ties and anchor it with zip ties. If you don't want to use a zip tie, you can just use floral wire. So there's my zip tie, just holding that right onto there, and afterwards we can just cut those right off. But those will hold securely even in the wind. I'm just going to tuck that down out of the way for right now. And you can see what a lovely line that gives us. I'm going to add another one of these right over here on this side. Let's see, I have some price tags I haven't taken off yet. That always happens to me with silk flowers. I don't know if that happens to you. I'm all ready to make a project and I'm go, oh, look, there's still a price tag there. Same thing. You want to secure everything with a zip tie or floral wire, because you don't want to be having, in the middle of a wedding ceremony, the flowers start to fall off. Now these are more like a wisteria bush, and oh, there's another price tag. And I'm going to spread this out a little. Just take those wires and spread them out a little like that, so that it's not, otherwise, if we put it up there like that, it's just going to be one big old cluster. So see how much prettier that is? And I'm just going to add this one right to the middle in the front right here. And same thing, I'm just going to take a zip tie right around the stem. I'm going to have to go back underneath here. Okay, once again, want to make sure you take your bushes, if you have a wisteria bush like this, and you take that and spread it out like so. And again, I bought these from Michael's, so you can also find a big selection of these in a lot of colors right on Amazon. But look how pretty that looks when you spread it out. And I'm just going to continue to add these right along the front like so, and take my zip tie. And I don't need to put the zip tie back at the base of this. I'm going to put it right around these stems towards the front. So right here you can see how I'm attaching this right to this crossbar. It's almost a ladder-like structure. So there is lots of support for whatever you're going to put on this. I bought some beautiful silk peony bushes, and I'm going to cut them apart. I don't have a lot of wind here today, and if you're not going to have a lot of wind, you may be able to get by, but I would probably not use additional zip ties, but probably would just use some floral wire to attach these in and attach them right to my wisteria that I know is already really secure. Same thing as we did with our wisteria that was all bunched, is you want to spread these out, and I'm going to tuck these right in for some beautiful color. Like I said, I'm not going to attach these today. We're not having a wedding here today, but if you were using this for a wedding, I want you to make sure that you attach these in. Isn't that going to be pretty? This is a beautiful idea that you can use indoors or out. If you use it indoors, you're going to have to wake the bottom. But this is a great thing if you're having a backyard wedding or any kind of party. You can drape this with artificial flowers, or you can add balloons to this. This is a great thing to attach balloons over. So for your next party, your next event, you might want to think about doing something like this. And I think you can see how easy this was to put together. Once again, don't forget, I have taken 2 pieces out, so this is shorter, that this is regularly 6.5 feet tall, okay? But if you got somebody really tall, you might need to do something, and they might have to stand out here in front of it. So I hope you liked this. I hope this inspires you to create something like this for your next party or event.